The purpose of the lockout-tagout procedure is to provide for maximum safety and security of all personnel during service or maintenance of any machinery or equipment where the release of stored energy can cause injury. This lockout-tagout training must ensure that all employees understand the purpose, function, and restrictions of the Energy Control Program. Authorized employees must possess the knowledge and skills necessary for the safe application, use, and removal of energy controls. You must be aware that disregarding or violating the Energy Control Program could endanger your life and the lives of your coworkers. By complying with these regulatory requirements and ALSTOM's lockout-tagout policy and procedures, we can help ensure a safe work environment free of potentially hazardous energy. The lockout-tagout procedure is vital to the manufacturing operations at ALSTOM. Now let's watch a short example of the lockout-tagout procedure in action.
Then we got an issue out there with the source board, some wood, and I think need you pretty instructor to go out there and look at it. Okay. Probably a good idea is to look at the lockout-tagout manual. Let's check it out first though, make sure we do that procedure right. Okay.
A log of lockout-tagout energy isolation points for each piece of equipment is located in the maintenance supervisor's office. This lockout-tagout sheet is also attached to each piece of equipment throughout the shop.
Model number 6662. Okay. Let's see. Lockout devices needed. It says locks and tags, plastic valve cap, halves with more than one authorized work.
Okay, so I'm going to need 2 locks.
Yes.
And tags.
Correct.
I need 1 plastic valve cap to lock out
Right.
the air.
Yeah. And 2 hasps.
It may be necessary to use a variety of lockout-tagout equipment to isolate all of the energy sources.
Hey, Stubby. I need a ball valve lock. I gotta go down there and work on the Swartz. I need a ball valve lock. You got anything like that?
Yeah, we got 2 different sizes upstairs. They're on aisle B up there. We got one for a big size, bigger valve, and we got one for the smaller type valve.
I need one for 1 inch.
We can go up there and see what we got.
Okie doke.
Here, the employee obtains a valve lock for an airline, which feeds the equipment that requires maintenance. The authorized employee shall know the type and magnitude of energy that the machine or equipment utilizes and shall understand the hazards this machine or equipment may produce. The lockout-tagout sheet attached to each piece of equipment provides this information. Each lock or tag shall be clearly marked to leave no doubt as to the identity of each individual who has a lock or tag on any energy source necessary for operation of equipment being serviced. In addition, each individual will be issued hasps to which the lock and/or tag will be attached. Lockout-tagout locks are only to be used in lockout-tagout services and for no other use. No other locks shall be used as a lockout-tagout lock. All lockout-tagout locks will have an identification tag attached. The authorized employee must inspect all switches, valves, or other energy-isolating devices as a check that the machine or equipment has indeed been disabled from all energy sources. Any springs, elevated machine members, rotating devices, or hydraulic equipment energy shall be dissipated or restrained by methods such as repositioning, blocking, bleeding down, etc. If more than one individual is required to lock out or tag out equipment, each person shall place their own lockout device on any energy source supplying that machine or equipment. When an energy-isolating device cannot accept multiple locks or tags, a multiple lockout or tagout hasp must be used. As each person no longer needs to maintain lockout protection, that person will remove their own lock. No one else will remove their lock for them, nor will they remove the lock of another person. After ensuring that no personnel are exposed and a check of having disconnected all energy sources, The worker will attempt to operate any startup devices that may be used to start this machine or equipment in its normal sequence of operation. Check all gauges for any hydraulic or pneumatic pressure for zero readings. Use suitable means of measuring any electrical source that is also zero voltage.
Hey, Joe! Hey, brother, you got it made, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, we got to work on this machine up here. We're going to have it locked and tightened out. I know you the operator. We just want to let you know. All right.
The employees in the affected area must be notified of the application of the lockout-tagout devices. The maintenance technician or supervisor shall notify the supervisor of the affected employees in that area. While work is in progress, it will be the responsibility of each individual to ensure their own safety, as well as the safety of others who may be around the work area or engaged in service or maintenance of the equipment. All affected personnel must know that the machine has been locked and/or tagged out. Any other personnel not involved in lockout-tagout shall not activate an energy source because of a work request from some other department where lockout-tagout has affected their operation. Only the crafts installing locks and tags shall remove them. If a lock is not identified or the authorized employee is not available for removal, it can only be removed after completing a lock removal permit. After all service and/or maintenance is completed and the equipment is ready for normal operation, check the surrounding area to ensure that no one is exposed to any hazardous energy. After all tools have been removed from the machine or equipment and all guards have been reinstalled, the lockout-tagout devices shall be removed. Remember, when work has been completed, only personnel installing a lock or tag shall have the responsibility of removing their own lock or tag. No other personnel shall remove any lock or tag for someone else except as provided in Section 2E. Notify employees in the affected area of the removal of lockout-tagout devices and that the piece of equipment is being put back into service. After service or repairs are completed, lockout-tagout is removed and the area is checked for tools or debris, then the equipment is inspected and released to operations. By following proper lockout-tagout procedures, you can help ensure a safe work environment free of potentially hazardous energy. As an authorized person, you are responsible for the safe application, use, and removal of energy control devices. You must understand the type and magnitude of the various energy sources a machine or equipment uses, and shall understand the hazards they produce. Remember, it is your responsibility to help maintain a workplace that guarantees your safety and the safety of others.